Dave, always good for a laugh. All right. So thank you all for coming tonight for my speech. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dave Makharadze. I'm the best man for Dave Andrews here. And great honor. The beginning here is going to be a little different from what I expected because I did not expect an hour and a half from maybe 2 hours ago, a phone call I got from Dave Andrews. I'm not kidding. He's like, Dave, I don't have my pants. And I'm like, are you kidding? He's like, no, I don't have my pants. I don't have my fucking pants. And so after I laughed for about a minute and a half, I went over there and gave him my pants. So Diana, those are my pants you'll be taking off later tonight. So thanks to the Men's Warehouse, we're all well dressed, and that's a little commercial for them. They're paying me for this. But I just, after today, I realized that being best man is very different from what I thought it would be. Okay, originally I thought it was an honor. I remember Dave coming up to me. I was sitting, for those of you who've been to my house, I have my office. I sit there, typically in my underwear, no shirt on. And Dave came up and said, hey, I'd love for you to be my best man. I was honestly honored. I had goosebumps going up and down my spine. You could see him because I was naked. And then, it just felt great. It really did. And then after today, I realized it's really sort of like a glorified assistant. Hey, Dave, I forgot my pants. Give me yours. Dave, I forgot to print my vows. Can you go print them and bring them to me? Oh, listen, I'm going to have a little party on a cruise for 21 of my best friends. Can you go ahead and plan that? Yeah, that'll be great. Thanks. Thanks, best man. Get out of here. All right. And by the way, I might have a few people coming over on this evening, and maybe you could be like charming and funny and special and say something nice to them. So anyway, here I am today. I wanted to wish these guys the best of everything. It hasn't been easy to write a speech for Dave because he's so average. I mean, like, what do you say about Dave? I mean, he's just an average 37, 8, 40, whatever-year-old guy, sits on the couch all day, plays video games. I mean, who doesn't do that? I'm not really sure. I did feel a little bit jealous of those guys who get to go up and talk about the little brother. Who's like, hey, I remember when you were growing up, like you were sitting on the couch playing video games all the time. I'd come down and make fun of you. But I'm like, wait, I got to do that with Dave the whole time. So it was pretty easy. So anyway, I do have good things to say about Dave too. I should probably pull that out. All right. Dave Andrews is a 4-time Emmy Award nominee in the category of interactive television. Andrews is a member of the Producers Guild of America, New Media Council, the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, the Casual Games Association, the Cable Telecommunications Association, the Marketing International Developers Association. Mr. Andrews is also known to be caring, giving, warm, honest. Dave, I cannot read your handwriting, man. I just don't get it. So for those of you who do not know how Dave and I met, a wonderful friend of ours, Pam Kasdan, who's here somewhere, raise your hand. Pam, she's responsible for a lot of our relationships here, but Pam and Frank left their kid behind for the first time today to come here, and they don't miss him a bit. But just like they did that, I'm sure everybody here tonight walked away from other options, except for Dave's college friends, because I've met them. They don't have anything to do in Fairfield. But, from them, from myself, from everyone here, thank you guys all for coming here and taking the time out this big weekend from anything you have to do. Thank you to the Andrews family and for the Reisig family for putting all of this together and getting everybody. It's been a busy, difficult thing to do, and I've got to witness that. It's one of the best man duties to hear Dave bitch and moan about everything that's going on. But anyway, so that's how we met. And Pam was telling me constantly, "Hey, you got to meet this guy, Dave. He's awesome. He's like funny and cool and successful and charming and witty. His name is Dave." All these great things, and honestly, I felt like I was being set up. And obviously, that kept me for a few months saying no. But it was a lonely winter, so I decided, fine, let me meet this guy. So I met Dave, and immediately it was amazing. I mean, sparks flew. Within 2 months, he moved in, okay? And so began the relationship, the walks on the beach, the dinners. As you guys all know, he cooks, he cleans, he's like, I mean, all these things. And then he became my network administrator. If I needed anything on my computer, it was just awesome. And then she came along. That's right, you. So at first I let it go. I was like, look, she's just some girl. Whatever, she'll come, she'll go, who knows? So a year goes by, 2 years goes by, I'm playing along. Try not to be the jealous friend. 3 years goes by, and I'm still fighting, and I'm like, this is not real, it's just not gonna happen. I mean, I like her, but come on, this guy's gonna stray. And then I knew it was real. This is what gave it all away to me. I came downstairs into my living room, sat down on the same couch I've been sitting on for 2 years, put my wet glass on the same coffee table I put my wet glass on for 2 years, put my feet up on the same coffee table I put my feet up for 2 years, and Diana looks at me, lifts my cup, puts a coaster under the cup, and then says, do you mind getting your feet off my coffee table? And that's when I knew, he's gone. That's it. I was like, the phone call, hey Dave, I just bought a timeshare, you should get one too, gave it away too. I thought maybe that was something, but that gave it away. But honestly, Diana, you've been awesome. To come into a group of people that are so large and so many, as a young girl, because Dave is a little older than Diana. And to come in here and to be so accepting and welcoming of everyone, I mean, it was really amazing. You know, when you first came in, I mean, you were just like my friend's girlfriend. And I mean, we're so much more right now. You're my friend's wife. It's amazing. So anyway, you've been accepting of all his weird habits. I mean, you literally will let him play video games for hours at a time without bothering him. He has this weird fascination with midgets. I mean, exactly. Everybody knows about this. It's weird. But if you've had a 20-minute conversation with Dave without him bringing up midgets, you've done very well for yourself. Diana's also been, he likes to cook and have a lot of people over, and she's always welcoming and helps him. I mean, she has to clean everything he does. So that's been great. And then more than anything, she's been a true family member to him. Dave's a big family guy, so is Diana. Dave cares a lot about his parents, his grandparents. He spends a lot of time with his grandparents. And I remember Dave coming home one day after a trip when he went to see his grandparents in San Francisco. And I asked him how the trip was, and you know, it wasn't one of the easier trips. I mean, he definitely always loves to spend time with them, but it was a harder trip because they weren't feeling as well as they usually do. And Dave took care of him as best as he could that weekend, and Diana was by his side the entire time and was there and actually like wholeheartedly there and being a family member. And I remember Dave came back from that trip saying, this is a woman I could grow old with after seeing his grandparents grow old together. And so after all you guys have done for him, just know that you've added even more by putting these two closer together and bringing us here today. So all the best to you guys. So I'd like to finish this because I know it's been a while. And the way I'd like to finish it is by, for those of you who don't know how Dave and Diana met, everybody dreams of the day that they're going to tell their grandkids one day how they met. And nobody wants a mechanical bull in the story, okay? But they actually met at a bar with a mechanical bull in it. And Dave never told me exactly, but I kind of, in my head, this is how I visualize it. So bear with me, guys. But Dave, seemingly unhappy about his single status in Hermosa Beach, walking around, eating cattle. And he does 2 laps, 3 laps, unhappy, doesn't like what he sees. And so he goes over to the bull, the mechanical bull. He stares at the bull for a while. And then the bull moves. And there's Diana. He's like, that's the one. And that's how Dave and Diana met. And ever since then, it's been charming and beautiful, and I love to have been around it. I hear you guys. I lived with them. Well, I lived with Dave, but Diana was over a lot. I'm not sure Diana's parents know that, but it's okay. And if I actually can say for a moment about Diana's parents, who've been also extremely welcoming and generous and wonderful, we had the fortune of them living in the same town in LA with us. So, I feel very close to you guys and Erica, Diana, your sister. You guys are wonderful. I hope you guys know that you're my sisters as well. And, they would come over and have these brunches at the house, and they would always invite me as well. They'd have these little family brunches. I'm not quite sure if you guys invited me because my bedroom is right outside of the kitchen you guys hung out in all the time. But needless to say, they were nice enough to invite me. But it's been amazing hanging out with you guys. You guys laugh a lot, you smile, you watch movies together, just watch sports together. All of these things are just great, and it's amazing. And so in their honor, I would like to raise a glass for them. And if everybody would look over to their loved ones and pretend it's the very first time the bull moved away and you saw them, give them a kiss and let's toast to Dave and Diana. I love you guys. Congratulations and all the best.